So today, Sarnia Lambton had their all candidates meeting with Elections Ontario and with the returning officer. During the meeting, it was my husband went, Big Law. He was my designee that went because I wanted to stay home and continue to work on, important things for my campaign. While he was there, they went through all of the normal things that you would expect to see at this meeting. However, something interesting was brought up, and it was brought to our attention, and it needs to be brought to yours. So there is going to be, Elections Ontario is planning to do research at the polls during this June 2nd election. They will be, I've got the email here, so bear with me if I have to look down and read a little bit. It's all very new to me, very disturbing, and it's important that you all know. So it says here, Elections Ontario would like to inform candidates and scrutineers of research that will occur in select advanced polls and polling day polls during the 2022 June election. And they will be, so they're going to be doing some research during advanced polls and on the actual polling day in select locations at random locations. Okay, so they say that this is to improve the voting experience. So, it says, conducting research enables Elections Ontario to identify and recommend legislative changes through an evidence-based approach. These changes would include new processes and technology for modernizing elections. So, what they're going to be doing, so it says at each voting location, a small counting device called a raspis will collect the number of phone signals. Okay, we'll collect the number of phone signals within a radius of approximately 15 meters of the polling station. It says these devices do not collect any information about cellular devices, not only that they are present. So, basically, what is happening is when you go to vote, either whether it be at a specific advanced vote, at an advanced voting poll, or on election day, certain polls, specifically in Sarnia Lambton, and we know for sure in Toronto as well, they will be surveilling. There will be a research surveillance happening. So basically, they're going to look for signals of cell phone data within 15 meters of the poll. They say that they're doing this. When I actually got on the phone and I spoke with the returning officer after Matt called me, and basically he says that they're doing this so that they can perform research on the wait times at the polls. So basically, how long does it take for you to go in, cast your vote, and leave? So it sounds innocent, but what I don't like was the fact that he could not answer questions. I asked him specifically, so you're telling me that if my if the voters in my area go into a poll and they bring their cell phone in with them, you will be collecting their signal as part of your research. Will they be informed? Because we all know that informed consent means everything to me. And I said, because they need to have informed consent so that they can decide whether or not they want to bring their cell phone into the poll with them. So, another situation where our government is potentially spying on you. Now, I am not saying this out. I'm not putting this out here to defer people to tell people not to vote, because as you know, it is your democratic right and responsibility to vote in any election that you can. However, I am warning you to not bring your cell phone. This research, if they're looking, they say that they're doing it, looking to try and log how long it takes, looking at times to see how long it takes for you to go in, cast your vote, and leave. To me, it's useless research, but it is but the potential of them looking at your cell phone data, to me, is more important. Privacy is so much more important. Do not bring your cell phone into the polls. Here are some of the things that they have said. It says, please note that no personal data will be collected for this research. It will not interfere with the voting process nor compromise elector privacy. The research teams do not have access to who voted or how they voted. Well, we've heard this from our government before, and things have been leaked. And, we've seen all of the things that have happened over the past year with frozen bank accounts and information that were leaked from cell phone data from the vaccine passport. We cannot trust this. There is no reason for any type of cell phone surveillance during an election. It is a democratic process, and your right is to privacy. More importantly, your right is to informed consent. Elections Ontario has a responsibility to put this out there and give you this information and let you know that they will be collecting this type of research data. When I asked the returning officer, he said that he was unsure whether or not this would be announced. So I'm bringing this forward because I believe in freedom, and I believe in privacy, and I believe in the right to informed consent. So there you have it. Matt and I have been discussing this quite quickly and fervently. So his plan is that we are filing a formal complaint to the Privacy Commissioner and to Elections Ontario. We will be looking for technical specs on this Raspis device. That is the device that will be, locating these signals and collecting the data for them. We want to know what data they're collecting and how. We want to know who has access to the data and for how long. We want to know, are they accessing this through your location data? Guys, we're looking at things like digital identity, coming forth from the Ford government. Our privacy is so very important at this time. So I am sending out a warning to you that you should not bring your cell phone when you go to cast your vote. It matters. Your privacy matters. Okay, so that's where I'm at right now with this. I'm going to come on more when I'm a little more together, because as you can see, I'm quite unglued because I am done with the rights and freedoms of Canadian citizens being taken advantage of by our government. This is unacceptable, and I'm going to fight for this. And the way that I'm going to fight for this is starting today. I could suffer ramifications for this, but I'm willing to fight for this. So understand that when you do go to the polls on June 2nd, that I will fight for you, and that I will not allow any more of this bullying and this government overreach. I can't even speak. I'll be back on a little bit later with a lot more information. But the basic concept is that when you go to cast your vote on June 2nd, do not bring your cell phone in. It's so very important, even though this video is scattered. I should have waited a little longer to put it out so that I could speak a little more eloquently on this. However, I felt an urgency on this. It needs to be out. It needs to be spread. Spread it far and wide. Anyway, thank you for watching. Stay free and be kind and be Canadian.